Hi, my name is Troy Collins. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I live presently, but I grew up in New Jersey. My walk with the Divine Will started about 17 years ago when a friend of mine, Father Al Bakwame, who's now a Redemptorist priest, belonged to the Redemptorist order, told me about the Divine Will. At that moment, the way he explained it, that it was, told me about Luisa, and to me it was very simple. I didn't have any questions, and I embraced it wholeheartedly. Shortly after, I made a consecration to the Divine Will, and ever since I've been seeking to live and gain more and more of the knowledge and the love of the Divine Will in my life. Some of the special ways the Divine Will has really worked in my life is to purge myself daily of my own human will and yield, give in to the Divine Will. About 10 years ago, I had my youngest daughter, her name is Cassia. She was born in February of, I think it was 1998, and 2 weeks later she got sick, had a virus called RSV, which is a respiratory virus. She was about 5 pounds in weight. And her sickness was so bad that they took her to the hospital. They flew her by helicopter from where we lived in Pennsylvania at that time to Philadelphia, which is another bigger city in Pennsylvania. Her sickness was so bad that they put her in life support, and she only can breathe on her own about 20%. At that time, I really had, left it up to God and His will, and if she would live or not, I didn't know, but I had faith in God that His will would be done in our situation. At that time, Father Celso and Major Paul Semino came to the hospital. And Father Celso prayed over my daughter, Cassia, who was only 2 weeks old and was in intensive care, critically ill in the hospital, and baptized her and consecrated her to Luisa, and touched her with a little picture of Luisa. Shortly after that, my daughter got better. Her health got better. She started to show signs of improvement, and about a week later, after that time, she pulled the tube out of her mouth, the life support, and she started to breathe on her own, and she's now 10 years old today. So I attribute her recovery and her healing to Luisa Piccarreta. Luisa has always played and continued to play a center role in learning and appreciating and growing in love and desire for the Kingdom of Divine Will. Thank you.
Abbiamo parlato della Eucaristia. Adesso c'è la seconda via per avvicinarci a Luisa Piccarreta.
We have spoken of the Holy Eucharist, and now I will speak about the second path to be into the spirituality of Luisa Piccarreta.
Per capire la spiritualità, oppure per entrare nella spiritualità del volere, è necessario la Madonna.
In order to penetrate or to deepen this spirituality, Our Lady, the Virgin Mary, is necessary to accompany us.
Se uno non è un'anima mariana, oltre ad essere può avvicinarsi a Luisa Piccarreta.
We are not Eucharistic persons, and also devoted to Mary, we cannot approach this spirituality.
Dunque è necessario il rosario quotidiano.
The Holy Rosary, therefore, is necessary. Daily Holy Rosary.
E Luisa ogni giorno, e l'ho visto io personalmente con i miei occhi, l'ho sentito con le mie orecchie, recitava il Santo Rosario con zia Rosaria e con le altre donne che ogni giorno, ogni sera andavano nella sua casa.
And I have seen Luisa, I have heard with my own ears how she would pray the Holy Rosary every day with Miss Rosario in the Holy Group. She would pray every single day the Holy Rosary.
La giornata di Luisa Piccarreta si chiudeva col rosario alla Madonna.
She would pray the Holy Rosary every day, and she would hold in his hands always the Rosary.
Okay. Hello, I'm Donette Bressanelli. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, now living in Canton, Ohio. Some people might be familiar with Canton because it's the home of Mother Angelica. I have been asked to tell you about how I learned about Luisa Piccarreta. It's a very long story, but I will try to keep it short. I am a cradle Catholic. I've been taught by priests and religious all my life. I am a third order Carmelite. I have been exposed to the spirituality of St. John of the Cross. I have been exposed to St. Teresa of Avila and, of course, St. Teresa the Little Flower. In discovering Luisa, my whole life changed as a wife, mother, and grandmother, and housekeeper. I used to do all of the normal responsible duties of that profession, but when I met Luisa, my whole life changed. I began to travel to hear about just who Luisa Piccarreta was, what Jesus had to say to her, and she has made such a major difference in my life. Luisa, in her teachings through Jesus, messages to her, I found every saint that I was ever exposed to during my youth. And I would advise anybody who asked me to go look to Luisa, because there, when you find Luisa, you will find the most holy Trinity, and you will want everything that Jesus told Luisa that he was going to offer to his creatures. And so, you see, I want to be not only a daughter of the church, like St. Teresa of Avila always said, but I want to be a child of the divine will.